discuss about the atomic spectrum. In that we will see the spectrum. Okay, what is a spectrum? The splitting of a beam of a light, the splitting of beam of a light into a radiations of a different wavelengths, passing through a prism. The process is known as a dispersion, and the arrangement of the radiations on the basis of the wavelength or frequency is known as a spectrum. Okay, what is that? If you pass a beam of a light through a prism, what happened? The radiation will be, the beam of a light is split into a radiations. Okay, they are arranged in their wavelengths, radiations. If you pass a beam of a light through a prism, it will be splits into radiations of different wavelengths and frequencies, is known as a dispersion, and the showing of different radiations is the arrangement of the different radiations is known as spectrum, prism, and a beam of light if you take a sunlight or anyone. Okay. The studying of spectrum is known as spectroscopy, and the instrument used is a spectrography, which is used to detect the spectrum is a spectrography, and what is we are used to study the spectrum is a spectroscopy. Here the spectrum is classified into two types. One is a continuous spectrum, and second one is a discontinuous spectrum. What are those? One is a continuous spectrum and another one is a discontinuous spectrum. That means the radiations are arranged one after other. In these type of continuous spectrum, we will observe one radiation is merges into another one. Example, we will take the rainbow. If you pass a white light through a prism, it will be split into a 7 colors. That is a VIBGYOR. If you observe the VIBGYOR, the violet color and no gap between our radiations we will observe. Violet and indigo. Indigo merges into violet, and blue merges into indigo, green merges into blue, yellow merges into green, and orange merges into yellow, red merges into orange. Like this, that we didn't observe any gap between the radiations. Such type of spectra is known as continuous spectra. White light, or if you take an incandescent flame. Okay, all those will be split into a give like this the spectrum. Such type of spectra is known as continuous spectra. Now we will see that discontinuous spectra. Here in the spectrum, that means if you pass radiations through a sample, after that if you take a sample and through this pass a light, those radiations which are emitted from the sample falls into a prism. After those will be split and they form a lines. Okay, that means they form a radiations, that means the spectral lines of a particular wavelength, specific wavelengths. That means some only we will observe here, and there is a gap between the spectral lines. Okay, such type of spectrum we known as a discontinuous spectrum. The example for discontinuous spectrum is a atomic spectra. Atomic spectra is a example for the discontinuous spectra. Now see the atomic spectra. Atomic spectra is further classified into two types. Those are emission spectra and absorption spectra. Emission and absorption spectra. Okay, atomic spectra is further classified into emission spectra and absorption spectra. Here we have taken the emission spectra, a sample, that is the sample contain the excited atoms. Excited atoms. How the excitation, the atoms we will say excited means if you heat the sample, what happened in that the atoms gain the energy, and in that the electrons will be absorb the energy, and electron will be going from ground state to excited state, ground state to excited state. Like we will excite the atom, we will take, if we take a hydrogen, we will take in a discharge tube, and if you apply the potential, it will be split into atom, and the electrons in that atom gain the energy and go to the excited state. Okay, so if you the radiations emitted from the excited sample will be fall on a, if we follow radiations emitted from the excited sample, those will be splits into a, those will be form a, sorry, here we will see if you pass a emitted radiations, those radiations are fall in a prism through a slit. It will allow the only one direction of the radiations allowing from the emitted, that is excited sample. After falling the prism, they will be dispersed and form a spectrum. The emission spectrum is like a colored lines in black color background. Black color background. Okay, color lines. We have observed here the color lines in a black color background. Black color. If you see, if I like this black color background, in that colored lines means, see, like this, the spectrum we observed. This is a emission spectrum. How the emission spectrum is formed? We are taking a sample that contain excited atoms. Okay, how the excited means if you heat the sample, if you heat the sample, excited the atoms, the radiations are emitted from these excited atoms fall on a prism through a slit. Through a slit. What happened? It will be, the radiations will be dispersed and form a spectrum that we have observed the colored lines in a black color background. Colored lines in a black color background. That is about the emission spectrum. Go to the absorption spectrum. Here we are taking the sample that is a unexcited container, unexcited atoms, unexcited atoms. If we follow white light, if we follow white light on the unexcited atoms, okay, it will be emit the radiations. Those radiations are fall on a prism through slit, those radiations will be dispersed and form a spectrum. In these, we observe the black color lines on the colored background. On the colored background. Here, we are taking the unexcited atoms. Unexcited atoms. That means if you passing a white light means they absorb the energy and will be, that means they absorb the energy of a particular wavelengths. Those we are observed here. So that's why the radiation, that means the spectrum we are observed are colored background with a black color lines. Black color lines. Okay, this is about the atomic spectrum. And one thing, if you take the atomic spectrum, each atom has its unique atomic spectra. That means like Each and every person has its own fingerprint. Like that, each and every atom has its unique or its own atomic spectra, its own spectra. So by using the atomic spectra, we will justify the atoms and we will find the new atoms. This is about the spectrum and types of spectrum. Now we will see the hydrogen spectrum. See the hydrogen spectrum is explained by the scientist Balmer in the 18th century. Balmer in the 18th century. Okay, here in a hydrogen spectrum, that means if you taking a discharge tube and applying the potential difference, the protons will be here. Hydrogen is splits into hydrogen atom and the electrons are excited. Now we are seeing the emission spectra of hydrogen. Emission spectra of hydrogen. Hydrogen will be form a number of series of lines. In its atomic spectra. Number of series of lines in its emission spectra, with each and every line has its own wavelength and frequency. Mainly observed are 5 series of lines: Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, Fund. Okay, these were the main 5 series of lines. Here, all these 5 series are identified in the region of UV, visible and IR regions of the electromagnetic spectrum. And on the basis of the de-excitation, the scientist Balmer introduced a formula that is and also on the basis of the studies, he calculated the wave number of the lines, wave number of the spectral lines. Newborn is 1 by lambda, that is equal to RH into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square, where RH is known as Rydberg constant. Because the scientist Rydberg introduced the value of the R is 109677 centimeter inverse. Now we will see the different series with a diagrammatic explanation. See here, atom has a infinite energy levels surrounding the nucleus. If N1, N2, N3, N4, N5 and take a infinite energy level. Here it is a first energy level, second energy level, third energy level, fourth energy level and fifth energy level, sixth energy level. Here N is an infinite energy levels are surrounded by a nucleus. That means if an electron is dropping from any energy level to ground state, or a second energy level, or third energy level, or fourth energy level, or like that. If the electron is dropping from higher energy state to ground state, that means our first energy level. If it will be drops from any energy level, infinite, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Okay, like that. If a falling from any higher energy level to ground state, that series is known as that means they form the electron dropping from higher to lower energy level. Energy will be emitted, that means a spectral line will be shows. The series of lines obtained by the dropping of electron from higher energy state to first energy level is known as Lyman series. Lyman series. If the electron is dropping from higher energy state to second energy level, that means infinite to second or 6 to second or 5 to second energy level or 4 to the second energy level or 3 to second energy level. If anywhere in the higher energy state to the second energy level, if electron falling from a higher to second energy level, the series of lines are observed is known as Balmer series. Balmer series. And if an electron is dropping from higher energy state to third energy level, that series is known as Paschen series. Paschen series. If electron is dropping from higher energy state to fourth energy level, that is known as bracket series. If electron is dropping from higher energy state to fifth energy level, that is known as Fund series. Fund series. Here, those series are observed in the regions of UV visible and IR. Here, the Lyman series is observed in a UV region of electromagnetic spectrum, and Balmer series is in a visible region. Paschen is in a near IR region. Okay, bracket is in a IR region and Fund is in a far IR region. Okay, here we see them. Here for Lyman series, N1 is a 1 only. Okay, in all the series, the N1 value is a constant. N2 is a greater than N1 up to infinite. Suppose if we see the Lyman series, the N1 is a 1, where they are dropping first energy level from where? From infinite to second. Okay now? So N1 is a 1, N2 is a 2, 3, 4, so on. For Balmer series, N1 is a 2, second energy level, N2 is a 3, 4, 5, so on. Okay, and Paschen series, N1 is a 2, 3, N2 is a 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. Okay, bracket N1 is a 4, N2 is a 5, 6, 7, infinite up to infinite. Fund N1 is a 5, N2 is a 6, 7, like that. Okay, now we will see the information about the 4 series in a tabular form. See here, the Lyman is observed in the region. Here, the Balmer series is observed in the region visible, and it has a N1 value is a 2, N2 is a 3, 4, 5, so on. And Paschen is observed in a near IR. It has a N1 value 3 and N2 has 4, 5, 6, so on up to infinite. Okay, and bracket is in a IR region. It has a N1 is a 4, N2 is a 5, 6, 7 up to infinite. And Fund is in a far IR region. It has N1 value 5, N2 value 6, 7, 8, so on up to infinite. Here, if it's taken a wavelength, here the wavelength region we are observed is a less than 400 angstroms, less than 400 angstroms. The Lyman series is up. And here the visible region is in between the wavelength 4000 angstroms to 7000 angstroms. 4000 angstroms to 7000 angstroms. Okay, here in all the three Paschen bracket form, all the three are in a greater than 7000 angstroms. 7000 angstroms. That means if you observe all the 5 series as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top to bottom, the wavelength increases. Wavelength increases. If a wavelength increases, wave number decreases, frequency decreases, and energy decreases. That means the Lyman series have a shortest wavelength in all the 5 series, and Pan series has a maximum wavelength in all the series of lines emitted from the hydrogen spectra. Hydrogen spectra. And now, if we are going to a left to right in a series, take a series, it has a first line, means if you take a Lyman, in this, the first line of Lyman has N1, N2 is a 2. If you take a last line of a Lyman series, it has N1 is a 1, N2 is a infinite. N2 is a infinite. If you calculate the wavelength or a wave number frequency by using the formula, that is a RH into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square, we will get the maximum wavelength. Highest wavelength is for first line and lowest wavelength for last line. Lowest wavelength for last line. That means what happened? In a series, each series is left to right. That means our first line to last line. First line, second line, third line. Like that, if we go to the last line, the wavelength is decreases. If wavelength decreases, frequency increases and energy increases. Okay, frequency increases and energy increases. Go to the second one, Balmer series. This series we will observe with our naked eye because it is in a visible region. Okay, here we separately read about the Balmer series. If our first line of a Balmer series means is it has N1 is a 2, N2 is a 3. That line is also known as a alpha line or H alpha. And second line, N2 is a 2, sorry, N1 is a 2, N2 is a 4. That is we known as a beta line. And N1 is a 2, N2 is a 5, that is a H gamma line. N1 is a 2, N2 is a 6, that is known as a delta. That means here we will give a separate names for the lines in the Balmer series. Balmer series, because it is in a visible region, we will observe with our naked eye. So that's why we will give a naming to a different lines with a different names. H alpha, H beta, H gamma, H delta. First line of a Balmer and second line of a Balmer is a H beta. Third line is a H gamma. Fourth line is a H delta. Okay, this is okay in a lines. What happened in a series is left to right. If you take any series, it is a Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, fun. Whatever the series, from left to right in the lines, the wavelength decreases, energy increases, and frequency increases. Okay. And now we see that if an electron is dropping from a higher level to lower level, how many spectral lines are exhibited by the spectrum? How many spectral lines are formed? See the number of spectral lines. Number of spectral n minus 1 by 2. N into n minus 1 by 2, where n is a excited state or vapor electron, in which energy state to electron will be emitted. That means electron will be dropping from in which energy level. That means higher energy level. Higher energy level. This equation we are used for the electron is dropping from higher energy level to ground state, means a higher energy state to first energy level, n equal to 1. N equal to 1. If our electron, see, the number of spectral lines is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2, where n is a excited state. That means any higher energy level to electron is, suppose if you take a n1, n2, n3, n4, n5 like that, infinite, n1, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5. That means these are the energy states surrounded by the nucleus. If an electron is dropping from an infinite level to first energy level, or fifth to, if any higher energy level, electron is dropping to a ground state, that is, in that case we used a formula, number of spectral lines is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, take if an electron is dropped from fifth energy level to first energy level, here the number of spectral lines is equal to, here take n is a higher excited state, where it is the electron is dropped from in which higher energy level. So 5 into 5 minus 1 by 2. So that is equal to 20 by 2 is equal to 10. 10 spectral lines are possible. That means if an electron directly dropped from a fifth energy level to first energy level, or it is dropped from fifth to fourth, and after 4 to 1, and if fourth to third and third to 1, and if electron is dropped from fifth to second and second to 1, or if an electron is dropped from 5 5 to 4 now, 4 to 3, after 3 to 1, and if electron is dropped from 4 to 2, okay, and after if electron is in a third to 1, also it will be possible in all the cases. So like that we will observe 10 spectral lines. This is for a electron is dropping from higher energy level to ground state. If an electron is dropped from higher energy level to any middle of the energy level, in that case we used a formula, number of spectral lines is equal to n2 minus n1 into n2 minus n1 plus 1 by 2. Suppose if electron is dropped from fifth to second energy level, here n2 is higher energy level, n1 is a lower energy level. Okay, take the values and calculate the number of spectral lines. Here the number of spectral lines is 5 minus 2 into 5 minus 2 plus 1 by 2. That is equal to 2. That equal to 3 into 4 by 2. That equal to 6. That means if an electron is dropped from fifth energy level to second energy level, there is a 6 possible spectral lines. Spectral lines. Calculate the wavelength of first line of Balmer series in hydrogen spectrum. Balmer series, it has a n1 value 2, n2 value 3, 4, 5 like that up to infinite. Here he said our first line in Balmer series means the electron is de-excited, means a third energy level to second energy level. So here n1 is a 2, n2 is a 3. According to the Balmer, we know the wave number nu bar, that is equal to 1 by lambda, that equal to R H into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Already we know our value, the RH is a 109677 centimeter inverse. Okay, substitute all the values and calculate the wavelength. 1 by lambda is equal to 109677 into 1 by n1 is a 2 means 2 square 4, 1 by 3 square 9. Okay, here you wrote 1 by 09 into 10 power 5. This is a centimeter inverse. 36 9 minus 4 centimeter inverse, that is 1.09 into 10 power 5 into 5 by 36, 5 by 36 centimeter inverse. This is a 1 by lambda. If you write a lambda means reverse, that means 36 by 1.09 into 5 into 10 power 5 centimeter. 10 power 5 centimeter. That means take a 36 by 5 into 10 power plus 5 going up minus 5 centimeter. So 5 will be cancelled. 5, 7 5s are 35. 1 is remainder. Point 1 means a 2. 7.2 into 10 power minus 5 centimeter. We know our 10 power is a lambda. So here we know 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 7 centimeter. Means here take a lambda that equal to 7.2 into 10 power minus 5. So multiply and divide with a 10 square. What? 720 into 10 power minus 7 centimeter. Minus 7 centimeter equal to nanometer. So 720 nanometers. Lambda equal to 720 nanometer. The region of a visible is in between 400 to 750, 400 nanometers to 750 nanometer. So the first line is 720 nanometers means the highest wavelength. Already we see in a line, that means in a series, left to right, the wavelength decreases and energy increases. So the first line have a highest wavelength and last line have a lowest wavelength. Here he asked the first line of the Gamma series, so it has a maximum wavelength, that is 720 nanometers. See here, find the wavelength of radiation required to excite an electron in the ground level of Li plus 2 to the third energy level. Ground level means n is equal to 1 to n is equal to 3. Electron is want to excite first energy level to third energy level. Here he asked the wavelength of radiation required. Okay, see here the wavelength, we know that is a 1 by mu bar, that is equal to 1 by r z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Here n is a excited state, n2 is excited state, n1 is a ground state. So here the atomic number of a lithium Z is a 3. Okay, substitute lambda is equal to 1 by 1.09 into 10 power 5 into Z is a 3 square into 1 by n1 is a 1 square, n2 is a 3 square. That means we got here 1 by 1.09 into 10 power 5 into 9 into 9, that means 9 minus 1, that is a 8 by 9, means 9 by 1.09 into 10 power 5 into 9 into 8, 9 will be cancelled. That means 1 by 8.72 into 10 power minus 5 centimeters. So the lambda is equal to 1 by 8.72 means take a 100 by 872 into 10 power minus 5 centimeters. So this I am taking the two fractions, two zeros. So 872 does not cancel. So 0 point means 1000. It will be cancelled 1 and remainder is a 28. So 28 does not cancel. Put a 0. 280 does not cancel. Take a 0. 2800. 8 3 is a 24. So 0.103 into 10 power minus 5 centimeter. So here the lambda is a, if you convert it into nanometer, 10.3 into 10 power minus 7 centimeter. So the wavelength is a 10.3 nanometers. If you pass a radiation, it has a wavelength 10.3 nanometers. In that case, the electron is jumped into first energy level to third energy level, third energy